Hello, hello. Welcome everyone here to the St. Louis broadcast of the HU Storm 2022 online qualifiers. Very excited to be here. My name is Orbital. With me is, I believe, Matt, who looks like they're having a wonderful time somewhere with some fun stuff. Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm ready to excite. Wow, that's even a bad choice of words. I'm excited to finally start this cast today against Oakland today, which is going to be a fun match. Round one earlier, we did 2-0 them, so hopefully we can run it back real quick. But maybe they'll pull out something new. Don't know.
That's kind of the fun part. And, with the qualifiers, it's always really fun to watch. Again, it is double round robins. So, as you stated, you played them once. And the fact that you play them again in a best of three, meaning that you have had time to kind of scope out exactly what they play, how they like to play, where they like to focus their lanes, it does bring a different feel than the first series, right? So, as you were saying, do you expect some crazy changes or is it going to be more minimal in scale?
Hopefully minimal in scale. If anything, like when you go into the second round of a round robin, especially if you're playing the people you just played, you're mostly wanting to find out again like your strong points because like let's just say if you had a rough time going bot lane or like your bot lane was having rough trouble in the first game or at least the first few rounds, you can probably just hone down like try to prioritize that lane immediately and try to get them prio as much as possible, like in terms of picks and also in terms of pressure as well. And then, if anything, I honestly did not see how the first round went. All I saw was a 2-0. I didn't really see the picks or anything, but hopefully they can still beat them.
Yeah, hopefully
That's
it's still on the cards, right?
hopefully they still beat them.
Yeah. That I think is going to be very much up there again. As right now, St. Louis are currently undefeated in
Yeah.
their group stages here. So that in itself would be a huge monumental push forward. Again, with the double elimination and with the current setting of the online qualifier, winning here does not mean you automatically move forward, right? That is not an
Mhm.
automatic guarantee, but it does help. It is going to make life significantly easier if you do play Sirius undefeated.
Definitely. As well as Slew was actually projected to be like the first in the group, like which means you end off first. I think if they do lose this match, I think they're still placed for first unless you do lose 2 points, then it'd be a tie with Aquinas, and then I think that would have to lead into a tie if I'm not mistaken, right?
I think so. There's a decent amount of foldy sheets, I believe, with this thing.
Yeah.
So that yeah, so there are going to be quite a few options, but I think overall this is going to be a take one step at a time, right? We can talk about how well they're going to do or how far they're going to go or after this series and everything of the sort, but there is still the fact it is this series, right? This is the front runner series that we're here to watch. And not just that, it's on the brand new patch as well. Quite literally, patch dropped this morning. Teams are just getting acclimated to some of the larger changes. Number one, of course, being Udyr, but Udyr being disabled for this. Very sad. Big buff Udyr boy is not going to be running around. There have been plenty of other changes, though, within the patch notes, most notably
There.
a
I would.
very small touch to Draven. It was what,
Oh
like a
yeah.
5 damage?
I want to say it was 5. Yeah. 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 No, it's to his Q. His base damage Q. It just lost 5 all throughout. But even then, like Zeri just lost a ton of damage outright as well.
Yeah, and these were fairly high priority champions as well, right? Zeri skirting on the side of what I want to say S tier, almost first, second pick for
hmm
a lot of teams here. Is this going to change the scope of, the entirety of the ADC pool? Do we see a majority share of the ADC start running up, or is this still gonna leave some of the top tier choices available?
I mean, we're gonna probably see more. I don't know if Slew ever like played things like Draven or Sivir, but we're gonna probably see them try to default towards them as well. If not, we might even see them like maybe still play Draven because even then it's a really minuscule nerf. But like at the same time, you have to also think about like what support champions also pair well with these champions. So like if your bot pool changes, then that's gonna probably mean that your support pool also changes.
Yeah, that's always going to be a fun one. And taking a look down the line, right? I wish we could see Draven, mostly because I hate playing against it in solo queue, but I do like seeing it in a team format. It always brings itself kind of fun here. But hopefully, we are getting into draft very very shortly. Then that's going to be a lot of fun to take a look at and get a little bit of insight here. So we are actually in to the champ select. You can go ahead and see here. Hopefully, it'll be updated for you shortly. But you can already see on the bottom of the screen there with Oak. excuse me, Oakland already banning out a couple top, jungle, and mid, kind of hitting all points. For Slew, though, already hitting that mid-top synergy.
Yeah, definitely gonna be trying to ban that Yasuo away from Red Yoshi. Definitely prio ban. Also, really not surprised to see the the same thing happened. Not surprised to see the Silas ban. Definitely been a prio pick throughout this entire patch and last patch as well. But even so, the first pick's coming out. I think, yeah, Oakland's on blue side. So Oakland first pick Lee Sin. Not showing that much of their draft right now, but I think Slew's currently hovering. I think they did lock that Kalista, but now we're just hovering over that second pick. See who it's going to be. Probably looking to get an early counter pick on the jungle, if not just giving over the Trundle.
Yeah, Trundle is another fan favorite moving forward, and the last ban was, of course, the Seraphine going in there, still targeting, some of that CC lockdown, a lot of the team play building in there. But the Trundle coming in, it does feel like it is going to be flex. We have seen it go top sometimes, especially with the rise of Sejuani. I think that's probably the most enjoyable matchup for a Trundle. Just like, hey, I'm going to use Subjugate on you. In the jungle, though, it is still very powerful, very quick clears. But it does leave open the grab away of Renata, one of the premier supports that really likes to be paired with the Kalista. So Oakland cannot give that one over.
Yeah, I gotta pick that one away from Skytech there. Currently waiting on the third pick though. Probably gonna look towards an ADC pick, if not try to get prio towards mid before they can eventually just ban out more champions from Red Yoshi. Looking for the pick here though. They're running out of time. They're actually gonna pick over the Draven. Okay, yeah, again, Draven not really being touched too much this patch. If anything, just getting his early poke leveled out because it's just 5 damage.
Yeah. It's one of those things that a new Draven player is like, man, that kind of sucks. Regular Draven players are like, who who
We've been,
cares? Like,
we've been through this
who
way too
really
much
cares
time.
about 5 damage off, really?
Yeah.
It's like, all right, you took like an ounce of weight off, and we're good now. So that's apparently all they thought Draven needed. However, a great way to stop a Draven is, of course, CC lockdown, and the Callista and Leona combination is a well-known threat. So I do like that roundabout. So far, mirrored picks across the side, jungle's locked in as well as the bot lane.
Yeah, Quick Slice is definitely gonna take cleanse now. I pray for him in that lane. Looking for these bans, so I'm gonna ban away the Yone. So they're definitely hard focusing down Ray Yoshi's champion at this point. He does mostly play the Yasuo and Yone in solo queue. I know he does also play Silas, which kind of hurt themselves with that ban as well. But maybe even seeing him go on to a control mage in this draft really, because it seems like Quick Slice is gonna do a lot, or not Quick Slice, but I already forgot who their AD, but their AD is gonna do most of the work.
Man,
Unless they do,
I don't
unless they
even
do
care
something
about
really
them. I
mature.
forgot their players already. Who cares? Nah.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, we could definitely see it though, but I do agree. It does seem like the ADC is going to be one of those big ramp ups, especially with the Draven. Of course, like when you have a Draven on the opposing side, it does draw eyes there, right? The spotlight, aptly so, should be placed on that champion specifically. So I could see it. I
Kind of
wonder
scared of.
if Slew could see it too.
Yeah, they seem like they're kind of scared of their top side right now, at least for Oakland and Slew's favor, because they're
Hmm.
banning away that Fiora, definitely trying to get Strampus off these really strong picks.
Ooh.
Strampus is also known to be like a lane focused player,
Hmm.
because he focused solely on mid lane throughout the first half of his career, but now he's switching over to play top side for Slew, so he's definitely more prone to picks like Lucian, like Fiora, things that can easily just solo carry a game.
Mhm. And the question, of course, is: are you going to throw that counter pick in the top side or in the mid lane? Right, with such strong solo laners at that point, you do have that opportunity, right? So taking a look here, Blue get to decide, right, with how many bans they threw into the mid lane. It would make sense to blind pick your top laner here and then roll out with the mid. At the same time, you banned enough, right? Yeah, go ahead, get some
Oh,
safety in there
yeah.
with the Ari, and then go for the top side. So it is kind of uh that swap up here. The Ari going into mid. Go ahead, grab whatever you want, Oakland. That's all you're gonna get to run because you're going to have to give Strompus the stronger counter.
Yeah, I'm definitely expecting a safer top lane pick in that case. Maybe something like a Gnar, maybe something like even a Sedge here just to give him some clarity in the matchup. But let's see what their pick is going to come out to be. They're going to pick the Vex,
Ooh.
which I don't think I necessarily agree with the Vex. The Vex is pretty much just anti-dive in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see if he can pilot it well. Just waiting on this top lane pick right now. Again, I still think it's going to be something like the Gnar or the Sedge, or maybe even the Ornn if he just wants to play clear, clear bot side right now.
Mm-hmm. The Vex, yeah. It's that one's gonna be a question mark, but it does lend itself to the fact that Oakland's kind of pivot point is into
Oh,
that bot
okay.
side, but the top, okay, that is grabbing the brothers and running with it, is what I just
Yeah,
saw right there.
definitely a statement pick. I don't know. I'm sure Slew did not expect that as well because I don't even think I see this within like the recent games of the topsider as well. If I'm Strumpus, then I'm just gonna say, okay, if you want to fight it out, then let's fight it out. Let's just go ahead pick two solo laners that can easily go against each other.
hmm Well, the question is what solo laner can really go against a Darius? And
Oh,
you're
right.
going the okay. All right, Strumpus, we see you. We see you. Rise, one of the, if not the lowest mid lane win rate champion in the current meta, is now going to be played top lane. Strumpus, I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, Strumpus was kind of known for his rise play back in the day as well. Whenever he was on
Mhm.
FlyQuest Academy, and even like recently in Champions Queue, whenever he was still playing mid. So it's definitely cool to see him take out this pick and finally played against something huge like a Darius instead of just seeing him kind of bully down a Ornn or even like a Gnar in lane.
Yeah, it's just a question mark, right? Darius is well known to steamroll laners if they make one mistake, and Rise is a champion right now that you
Def-
cannot afford to make a mistake to even go
yeah,
even in lane, it feels like.
yeah, Rise definitely. I wouldn't say he has a tough time in this matchup just because he can easily just take Resolve Tree and just phase rush and kind of just run away from the Darius as much as he can run away from you. If
Mhm.
like you'll probably like trade flashes if anything. If not, you'll just get a timer off him real quick if you do take an unfavorable trade because he can just TP back to lane. But definitely, I'm still surprised by this pick, honestly.
Like, I like how we're both just kind of sitting here like, okay, we didn't expect the Darius. Oh, we get the Rise too. It's like top lane just got thrown out the window. Anyone's prep is already like just in the garbage, fresh series kind of feeling, right? Like that
Yeah.
is if you had to pick a side like that, I think that's what it boils down to, right? If we're talking about these two laners, it's the Darius and Rise on the top side. I mean, which side are you personally leaning towards? I mean, there has to be one that feels a little bit more even-footed going into this matchup.
I will say blue side's definitely the safer pick, but honestly, I'm favoring Slew's side right here just because of
Mhm.
the Omega coin flip that you can have in this game right now. Just like the whole effect of okay, if Strumpus goes hard in lane, then they probably just win the series just because of how much map pressure they have. Because if Strumpus can move the map easily after taking like an early tower, then they're pretty much able to enable any play that they want.
Okay, okay. So a lean towards the top lane in favor of Slew. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the lanes then, because already noticing that the top side is going to hinge on that fact of kind of like hyper aggression from either side. I'm going to
Hmm.
be interested, right? Because now the Trundle and the Lee Sin both have optimal lanes to go to, right? The draw of the top lane means that it's open game, right? There are so many lanes that you can focus on because there are so many points of power that these teams can focus on. Is there going to be a specific lane that either jungler is hoping to capitalize on, maybe camp quite a bit, or is it just going to be kind of as opportunity or as per standard?
Well, I'll probably see a lot of opportunity plays if anything. I don't see them going mid as often because it seems like this lane's just going to trade often. If anything, they'll just be clearing waves, kind of ping ponging the wave back and forth. But this bot side is going to be the real decider here, if anything, if it's not the top side already, because of how volatile this matchup even is. Because Draven can easily snowball off of a single kill, obviously, but also Kalista Leon is a really good lane as well.
Yeah, that's one for the ages, right? I remember the days of the ballista, right? When Callista
Oh,
first came out. Oh my lord. The anger that would ensue with a blitzcrank hooking you and you go flying. What is it? Like over a screen away, I think is how
yeah,
far it went.
it was like
Uh
I definitely got hit by that a few times. Okay,
Trauma just came up inside of the eyes of Matt right there. It was like
I have.
I,
I'm not. I think all of us do, honestly, if we were playing back then.
oh man, I didn't because I played horrible long range champions. I never got in range of a blitz hook. I
Okay.
was terrified of that thing. It was horrible. I will agree, PTSD all the way around. But agreed, bot lane is also such another fun lane to watch. And compared to that one, mid lane is very quiet, but hit level 6, and all of a sudden these two could be roaming so quickly, right? The Ari, well known as a very quick clear once you hit level 6, clear the wave, roam out. Vex going to be doing the same to follow if they're going to match. So I guess the question comes about that, which one's going to have more impact? Will it be the Vex or will it be the Ari?
It might be the Vex, honestly. I feels like the blue side comp is way more down to fight, if anything. So if Vex can even like
get if they can get Lee Sin down and have like 4 bot, they'll have so much pressure that even just like commit for a dive too. Because well, the thing is like if they do it before 6 as well, then obviously Kalista isn't even a factor. But if they do it after 6 or like on 6 on the 6th wave, then Kalista's gonna have a lot of like push in that dive as well. So it's just gonna be really interesting to see, honestly.
It's how the teams are going to play, and I mean, taking into account every lane that we touched on, and the different synergies that we've already seen. The fact also remains that these teams have played against each other once already, right? And in the 2-0 fashion, the mental game starts being drawn in, right? This is going to be Oakland facing up against a giant that they played before, and to bring out I want to say a little safer, but still pretty high skill based team composition here. One that relies on you to lane properly, relies on you not to give over too much, relies on you getting ahead. If you're looking at the bot lane, right? It feels like they went a little bit of comfort, but also gave themselves a very nice bar to work with.
I didn't really think about that either because if a set already happened between these two, and they're willing to pick this Darius top, then it feels like they have a lot of confidence in this top lane matchup.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a fun one to think about.
yeah, if he's like willing to pick that Darius, then it seems like he was definitely confident going to like the first set, like feeling like okay, I can probably beat Strumpus in lane. If anything, we saw them like blow each other out in lane either. Also, so
Yeah, that's a scary thing.
yeah.
Oh man, thoughts all around for that top lane. If we do get to see it though, I will also be very entertained because I've been a fan of Strumpus for quite some time. Mid laner is crazy right there, right? So to see it transfer to the top lane, a lane that also I want to say duels even harder than mid lane at points, right?
Oh,
Like that is the dueling top lane. It's scary what solo laners will do.
yeah, solo laners definitely transitioning into other lanes, like even going to bot lane. It's just so fun to see because you know that because those experience of playing mid lane will obviously translate off to playing bot side because you know that like okay, you'll know your strengths immediately. You'll know like when to go off, when to go on. Just like in a literally like a flick of a switch in comparison to other laners.
Yeah. It's the mentality difference. It's understanding. I mean, even we're seeing it in pro play, I think, right? We're seeing a majority share of the role swaps. It's like mid laners moving over to support and actually having like fantastic success, right? LCS, I think we've seen it in two different areas. I keep forgetting the
Yeah.
names and my
I'm
brain
trying
doesn't
to
want to work. I think HUE one of them, right?
yeah, he's definitely a huge one. But that was even to mid to support. But even that who he literally transitioned into being one of the best supports in the league at the time as well. And
Yeah.
honestly, even with like all the imports coming in as well, he's still definitely holding his ground in that league.
Yeah, it just came out of nowhere, right? It's like, oh yeah, just grab a mid laner, let him play mid for a couple seasons, then transfer him to support, and you got a god tier support. Apparently, it's crazy to think about, but
So weird.
again,
He
yeah,
he definitely just plays set like a god. I don't know if he's
yeah,
first few seasons that he was playing, that set was going off, and he played ace. How do you transition from playing ace soul to set? That makes no sense to me.
mid laners, the variety pack of champion select right there. It's whatever comes out here, have fun. But taking a look here, I want to get final thoughts before we get into game, Matt. Is there an overall composition that you enjoy seeing right now? Is there a composition that you feel has great synergy ties and has easier to execute win conditions?
Well, and are you asking in the case of looking at both these teams right now, or just like in general?
Oh yeah, both of them in this game factor, right? Like head to head, is there one that seems to have easier degrees of success?
Uh, honestly, probably just blue side. If you're getting a really safe pick like the Lee Sin, and also just going for the Darius, you can easily just play towards the top side. It's pretty easy because you have Rise that you're laying against, and if you just focus down that Rise and like kind of pin him through the tower, he kind of just isn't able to play the game. And that's the same case for the boss out as well. So it's really easy to just pincer a lane right now and just okay, shut them off completely. Now we can just get to probably another lane.
That's going to be one of the challenges, especially for blue side, is getting to that early game stage, right? It's or accelerating the early game, I should say,
Yeah.
because you are very much correct. Watching that Rise get punished, if it is punished properly, it could be that lane that allows the floodgates of the early game steamroll. Same with bot side, anyone and everyone knows, right? If a Draven gets ahead, just FF. You're done, right? Like that's game over. Game's done. You don't want to play anymore. We are gonna take a look though. We are onto the Rift here. It is gonna be Oakland on the blue side, holding it down against St. Louis University. They will be cruising on the red side here. We are getting underway, and we can already see the pings of a 5-man invade.
Oh, that's gonna be really scary coming out right here. Hopefully they don't run into each other too much. You're gonna see them kind of go into the, I would say pretty much the mid brush here, but oh yeah, Oakland's just straight 5-manning it. You can see Sharpest kind of even like pinch like going off top side as well. So if something does happen, they won't really have that much people.
Yeah, it's a standard invade style from Oakland, and then for SLU, it is your standard 5-point spread, right? Just ensure all the entrances aren't going to be ganked, and you're going to be safe, right? That's all you really care about. At this point, though, Oakland say, hey, we don't want to do anything. We notice that Leona was sitting on the side. Cool, and Skytech actually flashed over the wall for this. This is going to be interesting. Skytech realizing there's a few more than just one or two. And Oakland say thank you very much. Another grab coming out from Bello, draws in Callista. Callista ain't gonna get far enough away. That'll be 2 handed into the pockets of Oakland to give them a very early lead.
Yeah, definitely a huge point here. Draven got that early kill as well. He didn't get the first blood, but he got the early kill, so he's gonna be able to start lane with boots as well. But that Vex is gonna start that lane off with a dark seal.
Oh man, that is so rude. And not just that, right? Red Yoshi was able to get first blood, but guess who got second blood? It is the rudest Darius in the top side. Zach, that is terrifying. Like, you got boots early. There's no way the Rise is going to be able to run away now.
Well, no, he did take Ghost here, so maybe if he does get the cooldown at some point, maybe he'll be able to run away. But hopefully not. He's seen some early aggression in this lane as well as some early trades. Important to note here that Red Yoshi did take Electrocute instead of going for something like Comet as well. I don't even know if Vex even does take Comet like traditionally, but he's definitely looking for aggression in this lane more than anything. The same case for Doxa as well.
Oh yeah, this is very aggressive. And Comet is... You're not going to see Comet a whole lot anymore. I feel even with the long range casters, it just doesn't feel as powerful anymore, right? The Electrocute feels like it gives a great yield in terms of damage output, so the Electrocute on both does make sense. The question is who gets to proc it more, right? Who gets to actually land it? Who gets to get more value out of the trades? And so far, I mean, the mid laners have both opted into this kind of hard training pattern, and Doxa running the corrupted potions is going to be fairly nice, right? Getting to recall, get that extra potions in your pocket.
Yeah, we saw a little bit earlier in the top side as well that because of the early start, Strumpus is even, like able to get a slow push going on, but we see bots have been getting a huge collapse right here.
Well, they did, and Beautiful Mind and Skytech said, okay, you engage on us, we engage on you, and they get the first kill. Second kill might be coming through here as Quick Slice is quickly sliced. The spears ran true, and just like that, the 2 kills that were granted early mean nothing now, moving into the 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, important to note here, though, they used all their summons for that. So Matt has no flash, and not Doxa, but Beautiful Mind has no flash as well. And also no flash, mostly.
There's nothing left. Yeah, top side, Strumpus burning through all the mana here. This is just push all the mana out as quickly as possible and then try for something else. Red Yoshi, though, is going to flash to the side, dodge away from the charm. The problem is, it still means you're in range for the chomps. Maddie picking up that kill.
Yeah, even though they kind of took a huge deficit in the first literally 2 minutes of the game, they're definitely striking back here, just punching them on all fronts. We even see Maddie moving up to the top side. Zach back for some reason, so he's going to maybe get collapsed on here. He did see the ward, though, so he's able to get kind of pinch someone out. But even then, Maddie can pretty much just stay up here, just commit so much pressure to the top side right now.
Yeah, this has been Maddie kind of visiting all the lanes, and we did say right at the beginning that it was going to be more opportune ganks out of all of these junglers, right? And it's worked. It's worked very, very well so far. Maddie cleared a majority share of the top side. Oh, top side though, Coach Jad says, hey, I want to do the same. I'm going to take advantage of the top lane.
Yeah, nice flash Q there. I was almost able to get away from that. He did blow his ghost and his flash earlier, but it's not enough to even get out of there.
So now he's going to get this huge wave that he just sack into the tower and just kind of collapse there. Because he doesn't have TP as well, so he isn't able to catch us out. So he isn't able to get a ton of that caster XP and a ton of that cannon XP.
Well, bot side, we're seeing another fight come out here. SkyTech eating a whole load of these auto attacks, but it is not going to get the kill. One more spear means Beautiful Mind picks up a second, and Maddie saying, hey, I really, really want another kill, but it is going to have to wait. Bot lane in favor of Slew right now, getting pretty far ahead.
Yeah, Maddie's just Santa Claus right now. He's trying to give presents to all of his little right now. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, he had a bad first of the month. Well, I got you. I'll give you some presents.
Oh, yeah. All the presents, all very happily. And it's not just with the kills, right? It's even in the plating. This is going to be Beautiful Mind and SkyTech steamrolling their way to close to 500 to 600 gold in between the ADCs, right? This is going to be real nice to watch. It's going to be interesting because, as we said, Oakland, they have 2 points of power. Top lane and bot lane. So far, bot lane is going not so great. Top lane going pretty dang well.
Yeah, it's not even that, like, bot lane's doing fine. It's like, if they can even dispenser the top shot right now, they can probably get back in the game as well. But it's mostly on the case of Sharp is probably, it's going to have to play safe at this point because he knows that the bot lane has such a huge lead right now.
When you know that when your team has a strong lead somewhere, you know there's going to be a rebuttal on another side of the map, right? You just have to be aware of that because this is continuing once again for the second time. Slice is taken out, and that's just the power of the Leona Callista.
Yeah, 9 kills in the first 6 minutes. Definitely a bloodbath right now. If I were to describe. I see an early bag here going up though. It's Ocean though, so you're gonna probably see. I'm assuming, just a guess. Hopefully, it's an Infernal Drake map change at least.
Oh, I would like that. Yeah, that or Hextech, right? Hextech is always fun, but Infernal does yield, I want to say, a more enjoyable style, right? All of the extra kind of spaces you can move through. All right, let's see it. What is it?
Oh,
okay.
It's
Hextech second.
The Mountain or Cloud. Hopefully not Cloud. Cloud's always so boring to watch. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, but I think it might actually just shove this wave. They see that he pretty much has no mana here.
Yeah, this is gonna be quite interesting here, but again, Strumpus has enough, right? I feel like that bar is quite deceiving for a Rise. Considering you take a look in the inventory, right? You already have the Tear of the Goddess plus a Sapphire already set, so you actually have a lot more mana than you're most likely letting on, so enough to at least clear the wave and be okay in that sense. So
he dead topside? Oh yeah, he's just dead. I was looking at the HP for a second. What's going on here? Probably just got caught out. Definitely right for that deceiving little mana bar there though, because he was at like 200 mana that entire time. Oh, we can see a dive though.
Yeah, listen, top lane had some fun, but bot lane still wants to show. Easy cleanup of Beautiful Mind is going to fall.
Oh,
Not
whoa.
before Quick Slice does, but it is going to be a trade of blows for the ADCs.
That's a little cooler action there. I think as he got hit by the tower shot, he was able to Kalista ult him out of there just so he did not die. He's actually going to roam towards this mid, though. I think they're going to try to look topside here for the Herald, but it seems like Couch Jad is already starting it. Maddie's trying to sniff that out, though, so he does see it. I think he's going to try to... Yeah, I think he just got a leash to him. I think that's just going to be taken, but they're moving up here.
Oh, no.
That here.
I'm not sure they want to do this, though. This is going to be rude.
Oh.
SkyTech goes over the wall, gets kicked, punted back, and immediately goes to try and lock down Zek. But Zek is going to turn it around. That'll be a kill. That'll be stacks. This will be 5 stacks on multiple members. Who is going to fall? Strumpus gets annihilated. Follow through with another. And it is the cleanup crew for Oakland. Doxa running away from that battle. Coach Chad says one more Q when the energy comes up. But it's a 1-4-3 cleaning up house. Chad makes it 4.
Yeah, Zek pretty much made that fight there. If he doesn't get that reset, doesn't get the stacks on into everybody, then it probably doesn't end that way. But yeah, it's just huge capitalization from Oakland, able to sniff that out though. Seeing that SkyTech was probably not backing after that bot dive, seeing them actually shoved towards the top side, just able to get that fight easily, just able to read it so quickly.
That was one that it felt like St. Louis said, hey, we want to go for this, and overestimating, you know, kind of the power that was going to come out here. Underestimated a little bit of the tankiness of SkyTech, and then underestimated the damage of Zek there. So again, a little bit of a question mark. Not out of the woods though. It is still well within the realms because even with that 4-kill set, it's still only about 100 gold difference, right? These teams are still well within reach of each other.
Yeah, I think a huge amount of this goal difference right now. You don't really see it because Oakland obviously has a 200 advantage, but a huge part of this lead right now is definitely Beautiful Mind. And in the case of comparing him to Quick Slice right now, he has a ton of plating up, and he's also a whopping like 40 CS ahead right now. Strom is able.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, nice Q with heal, but I think he's just gonna auto him out. Yeah, just one more. Unless
Well, you can try. You can try, and Strumpus is running as far as possible. The problem now occurs is, again, one more Q is going to do it. A W, or just a Q from the Ari, a little bit of the orb, flings it in, and all the hard work of Strumpus is for naught.
Yeah, really important to note here that the shutdown did go on to Doxa, and not Strumpus. So most of that gold is even going to go over to him. So definitely trying to subside that lead. I was actually just moved from quickly like a 200 gold disadvantage to a 500 gold advantage towards Slew too.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like the worst case scenario. However, we are seeing Maddie get jumped on by Red Yoshi and Jad. Good smite to keep themselves healthy, but a flash over the wall. They really want to go for this one. All right, moving up here, but guess who else is here? Renata as well as the Draven are going to be closing in to follow through. Maddie going to throw down a little bit of the battlefield and get out to safety. So it's a hard chase from Oakland to keep their jungle safe.
Yeah, they committed everybody onto that. So Trumpus was just able to clearly free up that wave topside. So he's able to get a quick back here as well. But it seems like they're going to try to pop this Herald mid. They're not going to get the tower, it doesn't seem like, unless it gets literally max damage. But then I think they're also going to try to set up for this Drake as well. Drake's only up in about like a minute or so let's see what happens.
Yeah, they could go for the dragon, and of course that is a huge opportunity for them. If they pick it up, they'll put themselves at a 2-0 setting. And that one will feel kind of nice, but of course the question is will Oakland actually challenge? Because so far they have come back, right? From the early game fights, it has been kind of identified that if Oakland pair together, if Oakland plays smart together, they're going to be okay. Topside though, Strumpus is still dancing the way through, but the Q lands, the kick lands, and the final W slap means Zek picks up that kill.
Yeah, that was a clean Q, I'm not going to lie. I don't think he flashed over the wall, but I think he just did a quick W just to kind of snipe him with that. That does probably mean that's just going to be a tower as well. Even though there's still 2 plates left, I would not doubt this double AD kind of duo right now is just able to take that tower super easily. And also, Darius has Sheen, and of course Sheen just completely just destroys towers.
Yeah, but that's going to be easy.
Look, quick dragon take here. They're actually not going to be able to take the topside tower. They got it to 1 plate though. That might be huge because if not, then this trade might not even be worth it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem so far because bot lane's already gone, right? Bot lane is already down, so they don't have to worry about first tower problems. But it would have been nice if it did go down for Oakland there. What they did get is a total of 3 plates on the top side with that single push. So Zek is now, after going back to the top side, is going to be able to take that tower down. Should be rotated out, and we will get to see the Trinity force Darius start roaming around. That's going to be the big key playmaker. ADCs and supports, though, moving towards the mid lane, which is standard. A draw in means Beautiful Mind eats a single axe, and Quick Slice goes, yeah, the early game kills that you got on me don't mean anything now. Feel my wrath.
Yeah, Driven kind of hit that one power, like 1.5 item spike, where you usually just say, okay, you have 1 item, I have 2, it's fine. Wait, you have Essence Reaver and a Dirk. Wait, I just took 300 damage. What just happened?
It's the cascading questions that you're just like, what the heck, bro? So we are seeing that happen, but it is still a chance of a fight. Of course, Coach Shad said we don't want to fight anything just yet. Want to push a wave and feel okay. Bot lane, it is Strumpus though, changing out of that top lane, giving a bit more range over to Doxa, and a nice charm lands. The thing is Zek is already sitting with that with the Merc Treads, which we do see triple Merc Treads, by the way, which is great. Ooh. Oh, Skytech going through, though, which is a very weird thing to watch. Though, the Fate's Call is going to grant a single kill. Renata Glass is going to be safe. Top lane is going to land in the favor of Oakland. So a trade of blows will land Slew a kill, but Oakland a kill in this hour.
Yeah, definitely more favor towards Oakland there. That was also a really nice quick response from Oakland as well.
seems like they're going to try to trade this mid tower, though. Unless they try to get this tier 2 top, I don't think they can really contest this, because Psytech is right around the corner here, looking for the E.
Ooh, good stun. Over the wall, into the kill once again. Can't get the revive, so Beautiful Mind picks up the kill.
I was going to say, Beautiful Mind probably dies there, but yeah, nice flash away quickly. Not even able to get anything tops out as well. I think they just try to reset. So, don't know what's going on there, not going to lie, but hey, they got it.
We don't know what's going on. We're just casters. We talk about what's on screen and then go, oh yeah, towers are gone. Top lane though, as you were saying, you know, Zek was able to pick it up, clean it up. The question is where does the Darius go? Darius is going to go bot lane. Quick Slice is going to try and go back mid. Red Yoshi, after coming back up now, should be roaming up to the top side. Going to be matching up against the Ahri. And we'll start to see that kind of fluctuate in and out. And that'll be really fun to see. So all eyes on the upcoming global objectives if they do want to be played for.
Yeah, pretty much going to see everybody trying to move toward this top side right now. I mean, Drop is going to enter this bot wave, but that just means that Zek needs to just come back up. Probably look to see a 5v4 happen. Because you see them pinging it right now. They're going to probably just start the Herald. I think they just have to give it up here.
Yeah, this is going to be a chance. Coach Jad, of course, 4-0-6 has had a fantastic game so far. Really, really powerful on this Lee Sin.
We could steal here? Oh, no, he doesn't have flash. No, definitely not going to be a steal.
Yep.
I
was hit, and they're going to chance it, but Zek is going to draw in 3. I'm not sure if they want to keep fighting. Solo Flare lands, but lands on the side, so it doesn't really hit anyone. Overtaking, overshadowing. That is going to be ult from Renata Glass, taking control of so many, and the follow-up is going to come clean. In they go. The Shadows reap rewards, and it's a double kill and more for Oakland. 4 clean, not dropping a single member. And with the Herald to boot means Oakland have cleared a path for a massive gain.
Yeah, we were kind of questioning this Darius pick at first, but now it's coming out in huge waves. Like, geez, that pretty much, if they try to shut down that Darius right there, he's going to just healed up everything immediately. Just off of 1 Q.
It was...
Why is that champ able to do that?
We are questioning everything right now. Just why? Just why is this allowed? And the thing is, it's not even a gore drinker. Darius, right? This is no like, excess healing in there.
He's literally playing Triforce. He isn't even playing like Sunderer as well. I don't even think Sunderer is even good on Darius. It's pretty much just like Gore Drinker. Even Stride Breaker is probably better than Sunderer. But oh, geez, able to catch him out though.
Yeah, they're gonna try. This has been kind of the bread and butter so far. Beautiful Mind and Skytech. They aren't looking for Zek so far because they know Zek's gonna come to them. The ones that are trying to find are Bello and Quick Slice, who Quick Slice has done very well for themselves, 4, 4, and 5 right now. The CS disparity aside, that's easily, I want to say, covered by the fact that you do have the Draven passive. So in terms of gold, you're keeping steady, right? Or even overtaking them, right? 35 to 32.7. Oakland feel great right now.
Yeah, Oakland feel great, but Slew's in a great position for this drag right now. You can see they're kind of posturing for it as well. They have 4 positioned to bot side, kind of even saying, hey, Zek, I appreciate it. Just please get out. We get it. You're 4-3. Just please let us take this one. But you can see them immediately entering this Dragon Dig with a Herald topside. So maybe it's actually what they wanted.
I mean, it's Cloud, right? Cloud Soul, you don't have to play for it too hard. And instead, they say, hey, we are going to push for even more towers. We're going to try and break the base here and ensure that we get an early set of pressure.
Oh.
But instead, it is going to be the Soul Flare. The combo of 3.5 seconds of hard CC means that Renata Glass is dead. Charm straight to the face of the Draven means a secondary kill and shutdown. Moving over to Dox's pocket.
Yeah, Dox almost died there actually. If he was given like an extra second, then I think Draven's just gonna crit him and actually just kill him. But also a huge thing is that they did not get the inner or the inhib turret. So it's gonna be able to heal. It's gonna be able to go back to like half health by the time they try to push for it again. But that also means that there's no open inhib. So it's kind of just like, okay, you guys just kind of just took a tier 2 and we got a drag for it. It's fine. We're on soul point now. Even if it's soul, it's still soul point. Well, even if it's Cloud Soul, but Cloud Soul, kind of boring again. But still.
Like, I just like your hate of Cloud Soul. It's just, listen.
Bro, what am I gonna say? They don't even have right. Like they have Ahri, that's pretty good. They have like Trundle, that's pretty good. But like for the case of Oakland, like who are they gonna use this Cloud Soul on at the same time? Like the Vex, bro? What does Vex do with
I could see it. You can see it, but yes, I agree. The Cloud Soul, kind of boring.
Yeah, no, Cloud Soul, it's also like what that does to the map. Like, dude, you're gonna get a huge thing of move speed. Yeah, that's cool. Mountain Soul just literally adds terrain to the map. That's even cooler.
That is such a good point. Out of all of the maps, right? You're taking a look. Cloud Soul, I think, does not yield any sort of terrain changes, right? You have speed up areas, but not physical changes to the map, right? Or where you get to move through.
Yeah, I'm hoping that preseason probably changes something. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you, right? Please.
I mean, they bring back Chemtech, so that one's gonna be crazy on its own, right? Like Chemtech Dragon, if you get the land right, all of the plants get changed.
You can literally like do like a whole satchel jump up the mid lane now. That's crazy. But as you can see, they're kind of posturing for this Baron right now. Baron just came up. Gonna land a charm. I don't think it's gonna lead to anything though. But ooh, actually, I would actually say Oakland has a better like place right here because Strumpus is bot side right here. I don't know if they're gonna try to take this Baron right now after seeing that info. They're definitely seeming to posture for it.
Yeah, they could try for it. They understand that Strumpus also doesn't have TP, so you know that he's not going to be joining the fight anytime soon. It is going to be in a Baron attempt, so really, really nice look from them. And Slew also are understanding that this is going to be a chance, right? If anything, Maddie is going to look for the steal. Do they want to go for it? Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, they're just going to try and turn on it. Baron taking quite low. 3k left on Baron. Solar Flare is going to land on the Drain, but no one can get there. Hostile Takeover is going to go through, slow the fight, but it's not going to be enough. Baron is taken over to the side of Oakland, but the ensuing fight means that it's going to be a negative Baron power play. The knockup lands, and the double kill to Beautiful Mind means Red Yoshi doesn't get to take that plant to safety. Coach Jad is the only one still alive with Baron. Oakland grab the big fight, but lose the overall war.
Yeah, Coach Chad kind of on a Mission Impossible mission right now, trying to just get out of there safely right now, but they actually might collapse on him because he's at a really bad spot. If he just back here, if they kind of just look back, they can see him, they can kill him.
Well, they don't have to, right? Like that's not the goal right now. The goal is to just break up. No. Oh no!
Oh, he got out. What?
4 seconds. 4 seconds, plenty. And you hold on. You say, my will is strong, and I will make it safely. So that will be a single Baron on a single player on a jungle of all things. And I don't say that as a bad thing. It's just the jungler is going to be roaming from lane to lane. I'm not sure if Oakland wants to commit sending their jungler to a specific lane just to utilize that Baron. Because Dragon, Soul, by the way, will be up in 40 seconds.
Yeah, Soul's going to be huge for Slew here. They're definitely trying to contest it now. But it's also still really important that Jad does have this Baron because, of course, the stats also carry over as well. You have a huge stat bonus. At the same time, I'm still really confused how they didn't kill him. Like, he could have just killed the bush, right? They could have just...
I think they were assuming that he had left earlier, right? My thought is, okay, we know where he is, but he's obviously going to keep moving, right? So no worries about that. What is important is the fact that Oakland have somehow found their way to get better positioning on Dragon, and Slew are the ones that are going to have to chase them off of it. So question, do you go for it or not?
They could probably give over one object unless Red Yoshi just gets caught out here.
Yeah, this is going to be a slap in the face. Red is very, very low, and a final tag might be it, but Doxa, you went too far. You went too close. Hostile Takeover keeps 3 in range. And guess what? Zek says, I got stacks for days. Stacks and cuts. The guillotine slams home. One more, and the draw. You pick it up. Look at the team fight go. Oakland say Baron what? Baron who? Quadra kill for Zek.
Yeah, Doxa fighting, like, he just poked the bear pretty much. He pretty much just poked the Darius. He said, okay, I'm going to go up to you. And then he said, nah, hold on. Let me hold that real quick. Just ease him in. Just, okay. Full combos him, gets the stacks off. He says, okay, I'm going to run over your entire team now. Have fun.
That has to be a painful reminder that Slew, for how many dragons they have, and the current situation, they are not ahead, right? Yeah. Like they were playing like it, playing aggressive, posturing for a lot of those grabs. But there is a point that you have to say play smart, right? The dive in by Doxa, little bit over aggressive.
Yeah, if I'm Doxa there, I definitely don't run into the Darius just because I'm already scared of that champion. If he's already like, I think it was like 6-4 and 7 before that fight, or like not 6-4 and 7, but like, oh no, he was 4-4 and 7 because he got the quadra, right?
Yep.
So Oh, no, actually, completed the death stance as well after that fight. He's pretty much raid boss status now. You
Yeah.
do not silent against this thing anymore. I think you run away, which is exactly what Dox is doing. Nice job. But yeah, definitely going to be a huge factor in this fight right now. It's also really important that at this point, you have to buy Grievous Switch for this Darius. Because if you don't, then he's going to not be able to get shut down in fights. He's just going to be able to get a ton of healing because he's already running Conqueror as well. But he gets a huge actually catch out here.
Yeah, and this is how Slew want to play it. Remember, it's not the face on team fight. It's the catch and release style of play. That is a very powerful slow to have, and Yoshi getting slowed down by the slow flare. Jad this time is stuck in between a rock and a hard place, and because Zek wasn't there, they can chase forever. 3 dead. Slew draw right back, and we are back to ground freaking zero. Zek says, though, hey, I still kind of want to fight, but you're going under the tower. I'm not sure if they want to continue this fight. The slows and the Zanyas comes out, but it still leaves time for Yoshi to come in, albeit a little bit late, and it draws the ace. Slew, after losing 4, say, we are still in control, and casters, you are wrong. Mid lane tower falls, inhibitor tower will fall as well, and granted, if they so wish, they can try for the inhibitor, but everyone's up. This is going to be tricky.
Yeah, nice effort from Red Yoshi. You know, he got a 4-man W, but just not going to be enough damage. Even if he does have the 2 item spikes, it's not going to be enough. We're going to see Trump is safe as top tower, though, so definitely going to be huge fun, but he's actually going to get caught out by Bethlo. Ooh.
Do they give it? Yeah, they do.
A little bit of a quick poke out, you know. If you're saying, okay, if you guys want to play for picks, we can too. Strumpus want to be a little bit carried away with that split push. I got you, bro. You take that one. We can do the same game.
Everyone can play the same game. We got the same cards to work with here. I like that. I like that.
We got the same deck, bro. Come on.
Yeah, the same deck. We drew a few different cards, but you know.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, Baron coming up in 30, gonna be able to see this play happen. Jad actually had a really good position on Beautiful Mind here, but he's not gonna be able to go for it. Does get the kick.
Oh, an early cleanse means Beautiful Mind is still caught by the hostile takeover. Your GA is popped, and that one feels so bad. Oakland pick up a freebie on the enemy ADC.
Yeah, I gotta kind of pretty much have to give over the Baron unless they keep pushing for it. They're actually looking for the extended fight right now. I don't think they're gonna be able to get it because the Pillar's just going to be able to take them out, but I think that's just going to be Baron for him. But again, Slew not going to be able to play too much around this Baron. Going to pretty much have to rely on a Maddie steal to try to deny it. But at the same point, Zek just kind of... Oh, no.
Doxa was the entry and was like, I don't enjoy what I just found. Sitting around a corner here. The question, of course, though, is they don't actually have to steal the Baron. The question is, can they stop the Baron? So they're going to try their hardest here. Charm lands over the wall, but it barely tickles the damage on Zek. Over the wall they go, though, around the corner into the river. Strumpus throwing out a few Qs, throwing out a few locks of damage, but the Baron is still continued. Jad taking quite a bit of damage here. 3k left on the Baron, and they're going to try and chase in. Subjugate goes down. Zek is quite low. Baron goes into the pocket. Oakland, and they're all still very much alive. Strumpus trying to sling out as much damage as possible, but Doxa following through as well. They did find Zek, but now they got to find Quick Slice. A teleport comes in, and Doxa is left all alone, but guess who's still alive, or came back to life at least? Beautiful Mind picks that kill up. Another cleanup on the other side means Bello has fallen as well, and Red Yoshi will be the 4th and final casualty of this fight.
Yeah, the Slew wasn't really able to play that fight. Just kind of had to poke them out, but actually still for enough time to have Beautiful Mind come back up and just completely roll them over. They're looking to try to get this inhib now. They have the TP coming in. They might even try to get topside as well if they have to get that pushed in. But the timers are looking at like 20 seconds right now. I don't know if they're going to try to get this turret as well. They might just have Maddie tank it.
No. They're going to try, and what they're doing is bottom blocking, so this is such a big brain play. They're going to try and burn through the towers. They lost a minion, but they got it. They had enough. The cannon did enough, and the stall by onto Jad will clean it up. It wasn't pretty by any stretch of the imagination, but St. Louis win game number 1.
Wow, that was literally a coin flip game. That was literally a ping pong. We get the Baron. We get the play. Wait. You get aced. Oh, wait. Now we lose the game. What are you? Wow. Okay. I'm just Linda now. They pretty much just won that off the Baron. That's crazy.
They won it off the Baron that they didn't take, right? Like that is the saying that I don't think I've ever said, because again, the Baron dance took so long for Oakland to try and clean through, right? If you're talking about Barons, you want to clean it up as quickly as 15 to 20 seconds. That time shortens as you get closer to level 18, right? As you get further into the game, the amount of time it takes to do the Baron drastically shortens because the longer you fight, the longer that passive stacks up. Many people forget that the reduction in your armor and magic resist stings after a while. At 10 stacks, it sucks.
Like your tanks pretty much are just a normal champion at that point.
Yeah.
That sucks. So, like, okay, I built all these items and all I have is health. All I am is a sponge at this. But I
Yeah.
definitely so surprised at how that Baron turned out. I'm surprised they were even able to kind of stall for that long. Especially because Kalista was their main damage dealer for that entire fight. They couldn't really do anything with Strampus. He was at most at like 2 items, and also important to note that he built the mana immune. He was mostly looking for split pushes as well. Like he didn't give that much like AP damage to say, but at the same time, like Doxa pretty much was the only damage dealer at that point. So it's kind of huge that they got that fight as well. I'm still surprised.
Still trying to process it, right? And I will be surprised right along with you, right? Oakland, they had the right idea. They found the picks. They found the opportunities. The downside, of course, is they just kind of sporadically uh, got into those fights at the later stages, right? We saw what they could do in the full team fights. So I have faith, right? If Oakland can clean it up, if they can kind of plant their feet, get the team fight that they want, it'll be very, very interesting. And I'm sure the games will be coin flip once again and a chance for Oakland to fight back. But at the moment, we're going to go to a quick break. We'll go ahead, get ready for game number 2 to see if Oakland can go ahead and push for a game 3 or if St. Louis University are going to close out the 2-0. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone. We are back, ready to go for game number 2 between St. Louis University and Oakland University. Game 1. We understand that the first series that these two teams played was heavily leaning into St. Louis's favor. This series, though, seems a little bit closer than before.
Yeah, this season's this not series. I was about to say season. This series is looking like a coin flip, if anything. Like I was saying earlier, while we were during downtime, like dude, if my solo queue games looked like that, I would be at least challenger. I would be like hitting 500 LP pretty, bro.
Oh man, just the amount of micro mechanics these teams have. It was a blast to watch. But let's get into it a little bit, right? Taking into stock last game, question for you, Matt. Was there a lane or matchup that surprised you the most in terms of outcome?
I mean, again, like the obvious answer, top lane. Obviously, gotta talk about. I was kind of right with mid lane, just kind of being like, okay, gonna kind of trade waves, kind of ping ponging around. That bot side though, what was going on? Oh my gosh! Like they literally went in immediately. I was super surprised. Like it kind of just went over to Sleuth side immediately, especially in a lane like Draven Renata, where it's super aggressive. Winning with like or like with Kalista as well, huge for them.
That lane matchup, I think, with the Leona Kalista embodies the fact, embodies the saying of you better put your life on the line, right? Because we're talking about coin flips in the top lane in terms of who gets ahead and whatnot. Bot lane is the ultimate coin flip, right? The Leona goes in, you either hope that your ADC can kill the enemy ADC fast enough, or you're gonna die. Those are your two options at that point, and they were able to pull it off, right? This was Bello and Sky, or SkyTech, and my brain does not want to work right now. I literally just looked at them. Beautiful mind. Ha! I
Yeah,
had it. I had it. But those two just saying we can do it and sending it.
Yeah, gonna look at for some adaptations in this game too, though, especially in draft, in my opinion, because after letting topside go that way, I feel like you give some freedom to your other lane. Like, okay, you can let topside go off, that's fine, but like at the same time, I feel like you can kind of pinch that down a little bit because it seems like if he's willing to go for these like super hard hitting picks like Darius, you could probably just get him off to something like again like an Ornn or Nard, get him on Nard duty for the one time, and try to let mid kind of just be more open, kind of letting Doxa be more prevalent on the map, even if he was already on the map as well. Just getting him like hugely, trying to give him like a solo kill type champ, like maybe even letting Akali go through. That'd be kind of cool. Just saying, like Akali, if he even like if he wants to pick Zed, imagine Doxa Zed
Oh
in this
no.
current meta.
Don't give
Imagine.
them ideas. Don't give them ideas. Oh man, that would be so much fun to watch though, honestly. I I have some friends that love Zed to death, and all they say is that this has been a rough season for Zeds, but when Zeds pop off, it is a treat, right? Like that would be so much fun to watch. We are in the draft though for game number 2 here, and it is going to be Oakland still on the blue side, opting into that after they lost game number 1. And I know that you were talking about letting through some of these other picks here, but it seems
Bro, we're going
Oakland
in.
do not want anything to do with that. The Gnar banned away first thing.
I don't know if they're trying to ban away the Gnar because they know that Strumpus is like kind of like if you're gonna give a mid laner to a top side, like have him transition, then he's obviously gonna be like on some type of duty champion like Ornn or Gnar, like for like half the like probably until like he gets comfortable in that lane. So he's gonna be like, okay, I'm just gonna pick Gnar. I get to be on an island for a little bit, but they're kind of just wanting to give that away. I guess they're just like, no, get him onto a champion that he's comfortable with. We'll try to pinch him down immediately, which is honestly, it seems like a good play. But honestly, I'm looking for action after that first game. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
You can
it's
also
always bad to
see,
open with the craziness, right? Like,
yeah, true. We also immediately see a Yasuo ban coming out again. I think Red Yoshi is a Yasuo one trick, pretty much. If not, like it's kind of just his champion. So definitely smart to give that away. Again, Wukong also being banned. Wukong definitely being, I would say, one of the top junglers on this patch after going from 15 into 16. Definitely just going to be a straight ban. Also seeing a Poppy ban going away. I don't know if Maddie does play Poppy, but definitely a change up in bans after this first game.
actually, fun news for you, Matt. Of
What
these
is this?
bands here, that is 5 out of the 6 bands returning here
Did
in
they?
phase 1.
I don't think they banned Poppy, right? At
They
least last
did.
game. Oh, they did. What? Okay, I'm dumb. I thought they banned
Yes.
like
Vi or something. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I 100% remember Poppy because if not, Poppy would have been picked. We know this,
Oh,
Matt.
yeah,
We
true.
know that.
Okay, no, that's a fair point. I guess like the only ban really changed here is Lee, which honestly,
Yep.
I respect it. I feel like you gotta respect it at this point after how that first game went. Lee Sin
Mhm.
kind of controlled the game, like absolutely controlled the tempo, at least in comparison to Maddie, who was also just completely, extremely controlling the tempo. But the boss is going to be immediately locked here. Callista Renata into the Seraphine. It seems like they're kind of wanting to be aggressive, if not giving themselves the leniency to be like, okay, if you guys want to lean back and play an Enchanter, we can kind of do the same thing as well. Just not to the same extent, but we can still kind of just answer back and forth. Looking for this bot pick, though. I'm assuming on the B2. Be kind of stupid not to, if not on the B3.
Well,
Wait
what you're
for
taking a look at,
Oh!
yeah. So what we were taking a look at is the blind pick Seraphine. It is going to go into Red Yoshi's hands more often than not, right? Is within that wheelhouse. Is one of the champions that they do like to play. The
Oh!
Zillion makes more sense for the bot lane though, right? Against a very high powerhouse such as the Callista Renata Glass. It's much easier just
Oh,
to
wait.
keep your ADC alive. If this is locked in as well, the
That's gonna be
Hecarim.
huge. Wait. Oh,
There it
no.
is. There it is. I was curious. It's the Vi coming in here, another hard knocking jungler.
I was kind of hoping it was gonna be that big horse, dude. Seeing that Zillion immediately speed him up and seeing like, okay, 700 movement speed with that dead man's plate zooming through. Okay, you can't touch me. But yeah, Vi gonna definitely be a change up in the picks here. I guess they're gonna try to see if they can be more divey at least in this instance. Maybe like throwing the bomb on the Vi while the Zillion just throws the bomb on the Vi. I'm still kind of interested on seeing where the Zillion goes though, because Zillion is actually really flexible in this current meta. Gonna see the Trundle being picked over back onto Maddie though. Definitely gonna not change it up at all
Mhm.
for this game too. Oh, and yeah, Darius ban. Yeah, you gotta respect. Okay,
The rightful just stamp of approval right there. Just ban, please.
it's like okay, you play Darius, you are willing to pick it. No, please no. It's like how people were like playing against Viper for a little bit while he was in LCS. Literally, like always just ban Riven if he doesn't pick it, or if he's like kind of forced onto something else.
Yeah. It's a good idea to run for and appropriate to say the least. And taking a look
Mhm.
here, Oakland, they made their changes. They're very happy about picking up the Seraphine. This is a very nice team fight composition. Once again, the difference is it's a little bit more scattered. It can be more open this time around, right? Taking a look, the Vi and the Zillion, you can slow down the fight. You can also split off, get the ADC a bit easier. The problem now comes about, what do you add to it? We are looking for an ADC and a top laner for Oakland. The Akali, the Fiora, the Ornn, the Darius, all banned away, all can be top lane champions. Once again, we are down to the bare bones basics for this
Look
loose
at
side, top and mid.
maybe looking at a Lucian pick here. Honestly, it feels like the Lucian might actually slot well if they do pick it on R5 here, depending on what they pick. Just to wait for it to happen. Okay, they go with LeBlanc. That's
I
fine.
like this.
I think the LeBlanc into the Seraphine might be a little bit ballsy just because of how much shielding that she can do. And as well, you have a Zillion, so you're able to try to, if you have a good reaction time, kind of just negate
Mhm.
everything she does in a fight. If she does have to go for like a burst combo, like QQW immediately in, just giving herself like no outs. But of course, Doxa is a smart player, probably won't do that. You're going to see, yeah, immediate, like literally immediate Vex counter pick though. It's kind of just the bread and butter. Okay, you pick LeBlanc, we pick Vex, and you will not have fun in lane now. You're going to be forced to roam. But now, time for top lane fiesta. It's time.
Yeah,
What are they?
touching on that matchup real quick beforehand, the LeBlanc Vex is even worse than the Ari Vex, right? I will say that.
Oh yeah.
This is, and Red Yoshi
Oh, oh.
piloted the Vex to a pretty good extent. So that matchup now leans even heavier into Red Yoshi's pocket, I think. So gonna be real fun to watch. We did see the hover of the Jace, but it's not gonna be locked in. Jace was recently buffed in this last patch, so maybe tentatively thinking about it. But the Renekton is locked in. One of the old bully top laners. Looking at it though, Strumpus, how do you contend with this? The Nar's out of the table, the Poppy's gone, the Silas is off, Fiora, all these other champions. What are you going to change? What are you going to chase? Are you going to go for that rise once again?
Yeah.
Are you going to be willing to uphold that challenge
Do
in
they?
that top side again? No, you're not. You're going for the ultimate I hate top lane. It is Sejuani.
I was really hoping like, okay, if Strumpus is really wanting to like clown with this guy right now, it'd be like, okay, I'm gonna pick Irelia out of nowhere, like, or maybe even like maybe even a Cassiopeia, but even then that would kind of be skewing your like damage, like mostly towards AP. But yeah, it's gonna opt to go for the Sejuani here. Definitely gonna be on a
Definitely on Sejuani duty. Not going to be as prevalent as he was in last game. Maybe with engages he will be, but definitely not in team fights in terms of damage.
This is this is going to be, in my opinion, so much fun to watch. I like this changeup. Reason being is, again, how St. Louis played in game one, very eccentric, very, very fun, very hyperactive. But this feels a little bit more at home, right? A little bit more stable, right? A lot of stability along the picks. You have a very nice front line. You also gathered in the subjugation, meaning the Renekton and the Vi are going to be extremely squishy when they come in. And then you yourself got Renata Glask, right? This is what the team has been wanting. You have the ultimate all-arounders composition to play solo lanes, to play skirmish, to play front to back, right? Like it feels very all-encompassing here.
Yeah, it feels like in terms of these comps, Oakland's definitely looking to force stuff pre-6. Definitely in terms of Spike as well. It seems like Vex can do really well pre-6. Renekton definitely can do well pre-6. You already know he's going to try to be bullying out Strumpus immediately with that Renekton pick. But also this Vex is going to have a really easy time against this LeBlanc as well. But this does mean that we're going to have a pretty interesting bot lane coming up here. I don't think we know if the Seraphine is going to be on to the AD or AP in this instance, or the support yet, which means we might see a Zillion, which is going to be really interesting because like having gold funneled into a Zillion can actually be really, really vital at some points. Just having him stack up CR, just letting him pretty much roam the map any way he wants, having him zoom around, and just having him throw bombs in a fight as well, having him like throw it onto a Vi, throw it onto, I guess, a Renekton at this point. Bomb on an alligator, what do you do?
Yeah. Whoever's going in, just take the bomb, run at them, right? Like that is the ticket. Side note for that factor, if you ever get the chance, playing Zillion Shaco is one of the rudest things I've ever seen.
Oh no.
Because
Like in a bot lane?
any lane, really, because apparently when you throw a bomb onto a clone or onto an invisible Shaco, the bomb doesn't even show that it explodes. So it's just a video of a player who just runs around and then instantly dies if, say, the Zillion and Shaco are ahead. It is ridiculous. But taking a look here, I do agree the Zillion will be one to watch for, right? Very, very interested. It was a lock-in after the Seraphine as well. So, rightly so, it could be a flex, but it does feel more natural for the Zillion to go into the bot lane with the Seraphine in the mid. So, taking eyes, curious how the Zillion plays out, especially considering what Beautiful Mind and Skytech were able to lay down.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be more of a bot lane centric game. Even though if it looks like they were trying to be more like aggressive topside, they're definitely gonna try to give bot lane like some sort of advantage because they don't just want to be like, hey, you guys are playing double AP, you guys could probably play that lane, right? Just do whatever. You guys are on an island now. Pressure, it's fine, it's cool. Usually how my solo queue games go. But yeah, definitely gonna try to see some action in this bot side. Even though Zillion's definitely less of a forcing champion, as well as the Seraphine as well, but they do have the Vi, though, which is just completely able to, I'd say he's able to, like, somewhat fight against the Trundle early, even though Trundle is kind of the jungle king right now. He's able to easily kill anybody one-on-one, especially, like, depending on the runes. If you go lethal tempo, you're able to duel people really easily, especially if you go Conqueror as well. It's definitely going to be something to watch.
Yeah, this is going to be much more interesting. And again, with that being said, Oakland have a very nice wall to move up towards, right? Or I wouldn't say wall or cliff. It's also going to be a little bit more, not in terms of champions, but in terms of the game, it does feel a little bit more commendable, right? Again, to keep in mind, they were the ones that were able to get 2 Barons. Now,
Yeah.
was it pretty after the Barons? Not really.
Oh.
Let's be honest, it was not great. But it was great that they found the opportunity to even get the Barons in the first place.
Yeah. So definitely not looking for Oakland to try to be a Dignitas, kind of give a Baron throw every single time. Definitely looking for them to actually have a solid lead after that Baron, trying to look at a good position to be at after that Baron. Maybe even rushing it down instead of trying to look like, okay, let's chip it out a little bit and see how this fight goes. Okay, let's just scratch that. We need the Baron, actually. We need to actually just play the game. But at the same time, Slew's comp definitely looks like more of a reversal comp to say. Like, it seems like Oakland's definitely going to try to be pushing advantage, try to be pushing for fights. So they're going to try to be grouped up as 5 more often than not, if I were to play it at least. Trying not to be as scattered as they were last game.
trying to play as a team because, of course, they have the Seraphine, huge champion. If you guys are playing as 5, you can easily just get a huge heal out. And again, like if you guys do find a fight, again, a huge Seraphine ult can pretty much change the tide of a fight easily as well. But then if Slew can even like reverse a fight or like get a pick or like get something that makes the fight look good for them, it'll be an easy sweep for them at that point.
Oh yeah, so many things to think about. Whether you're on Slew's side or you're on Oakland's side, it's going to be so much fun to watch. Once again, taking a look here, this is going to be game number 2 coming up here for these teams. Whether it be Oakland being able to push for game number 3 or Slew closing it out here with a 2-0, only time will tell. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the game and some action.
And we are back in the Rift.
Yeah, yes we are. Here we go. Game number 2. As we go ahead and take a look. And Matt, I do have to apologize. I, as a caster, am an idiot. And I have shown that I'm a much larger idiot than I thought because we don't have an ADC in the bot lane. We have Seraphine Zillion coming out here. It is double trouble, and it is going to be rude again. The AP bot laners coming out here.
Yeah, definitely should have told you that, but hey, it's whatever. Be interesting though, because Zillion's actually going to be more forced into the support role, because of course he is going to spell thief, so we're going to see more of that gold funnel towards quick slice. Gonna probably see. I don't know if he's going to go for something like a support item for his mythic, but if he does, definitely going to be a hard time trying to get in on that though. It seems like a little bit of a scuff on this top side though. Oh, it's going to get collapsed on.
Yeah, well, the problem here is Strumpus has no flash. There ain't nothing you can do. So Strumpus, having used the Q already, is now dead. Bello, though, thankfully, does have flash. So is going to get over the wall, is going to be safe. Doxa doesn't have a W, so went the chains first. And that means Doxa also comes out with a little bit of damage there. But the early start is going to be a fiesta in that jungle. Jed gonna lose out on the red buff, or actually got it and picked it up. But guess what? The buff transfer is complete. Beautiful mind, beautiful buff. Easy pickings there, as again, it is a 2-1 score with Slew on the bot side gifting to Beautiful Mind.
Yeah, definitely a quick little switch up from the last game. Instead of having a ton of gold up on the top side, it's only going to be a little bit. Still got the first blood, but now Beautiful Mind has 2 straight kills. Not going to be able to reset, of course, to get that gold, but that's still free, like 600 gold in his pocket right now.
Yeah, this is it's the question, right? It's so different once again. And again, Stromp is playing on the top side. I understand this is very, very normal to have it run, but the thing is Sejuani is so frustrating to play against, so that'll be really fun to watch. Doxa in the mid lane, getting poked out here, and this is something that we will see pretty much all the time. If you have played against or have played LeBlanc, you do understand it is a very early game aggressive champion. The problem here, of course, is that the Vex loves to punish dashes, so short is not going to work. Bello, though, with no flash, insta-kill once again.
Yeah, so a great thing about Zillion is that if you do die, he kind of just fucks off low gold anyway, but if you can't get them items early, he's kind of just going to be a frail little guy. Not going to lie. He's just going to be like, hey, I got bomb, and that's it. So he isn't really able to run away, especially if you don't have any sums. He's able to just kind of say, hey, if I walk up, I'm probably just dead. And Bella kind of just showing that off. Kind of sadly, but hey, going to be good for Slew.
Yeah, going to be real nice. The thing that is also not going to be nice is the fact that Zek has died on the top side. Did pick up that early kill, but again, Strumpus has shown such great lane domination. And it is going to continue over and over again. Red Yoshi this time around is going to get ganked in the mid lane. With the slows, we'll have to burn that flash unless you do choose to fight it out. But instead of burning that flash, you take that death. And you try and write it back. Kill going the way of Maddie.
Yeah, definitely probably the best way for Red Yoshi to kind of end that off there. If he can at least get like a sum off, if not get a solo kill on the Doxa there, would have been really good, especially if you just get the trade. But of course, just getting the flash instead. But Matt's going to be able to get that crab. Actually going to be able to get a ton of bot side prio here. Definitely looking good, especially considering, well, not considering we have a lead of the game. Yeah, everybody just left. What's happening?
That feels kind of bad. There might be a disconnect.
I'm waiting for the pause.
Side. That's that feels horrible. Hopefully we do get a pause at some point. That is, they have to know, right?
They know, right?
Okay, there we go. Okay, so Bello's back. And yes, it is only a couple seconds, but I have a feeling like wherever they're staying at all went out. Yep. Okay, so someone got hit by. Okay, there we go. Finally, it came through. We do get a pause. So Oakland, couple DCs, unfortunately. So we'll be right back to our lovely faces, or at least Matt holding a lot of money for some reason. We will get the story about that later. But disconnects all around. SLU are still up a decent chunk.
Yeah, they're up like, I want to say 1,000 gold. I wasn't actually fully able to see, but I'm just going to guess it's 1,000 gold, especially after seeing Beautiful Mind being up 3-0 and Trump is able to get that clean little kill right there. I think he actually did burn the Ignite to even get the kill. It's going to be huge for the lane now, especially considering that I think he did buy a Vamp Scepter, so he does have some option to actually get some Omni Vamp besides just from a charge Q or something. So he's able to even take those trades even favorably now. But yeah, definitely going to be a huge towards his bot side, especially after seeing that crab come out, getting a ton of prio towards any vision towards that bot side. Just going to kind of shut off that Ripper for a little bit, even though you can kind of dodge around it. But especially with Vi, actually, you can probably just dodge around it really easily. We're going to see how they play around that, though. It's a huge part.
Yeah, this is going to be a very nice challenge here. So we are getting a little bit of information here, hopefully. So, ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so I do believe we are going to go to a quick break, and then we'll be right back, hopefully. So please bear with us. We'll be right back with game number 2.
We will be back.
Yes.
The game,
Once we get
you
our feed here. Right now we're playing blind though, so of course it was a crazy time to start things up. Again, all eyes were on the fact that Slew kicked up a fuss at the beginning. A lot of early kills, bot lane and top lane specifically, and then mid kind of pattering afterwards after that getting from that.
Yeah, I think a huge thing is, though, they were able to kind of subside that huge lead in the top side from a quick solo kill from Strumpist. Again, kind of huge. Oh, he's back. Okay, thank God. He kind of left the call for a second, but
Testing something. I was testing something. I'm back.
okay. You're trying to like restart the stream to see if the stream was actually happening.
You got me.
I got you. But yeah, no, that huge solo kill is going to be kind of huge for Slew here. Just because like having as much gold in that top side to kind of subside Renekton getting ahead early is kind of huge.
man. We are hoping to get it.
Oh, we
There
got
we
it.
go.
We
We
got
got it.
Oh, we're in the middle of the fight. Okay.
Of a lot of death in that mid lane. It is death and glory as we get a 2 for 1. Maddie looking for one more but can't find it. It is a 2 for 2 after 3v2. Top lane Zach saying hello, might get caught up here. It is going to be the catch into the CC, into the death chain of strength. Strumpet kill on the top side. We are alive and well, at least for Slu's side, as they kick some fantastic butt.
Yeah, that was a lot. Oh my goodness. Of course, you don't know what led into that, sadly, but definitely gonna be huge. I think honestly for Slu mostly, just because how much they can get from that. But of course, really good for Jad as well. Jad getting 2 kills out of that, I'm pretty sure. So he's able to kind of get accelerated, but not as accelerated as Maddie is currently, sitting at 3, 2, and 3. Already getting the Caulfields and the Sheen. Gonna be working towards that Sunder, and meanwhile, Jad kind of just has the Sheen. Gonna be kind of stumped for a little bit, but still really good.
Yeah. So far though, taking stock, it looks like we did miss a few other kills as well. Score is currently 10-5. A lot of plates on the bot side. Beautiful Mind is somehow 5-0, and it's gotten
What's happening?
out of freaking control here. This is scary.
Yeah, definitely huge for Beautiful Mind as well. Definitely getting. If he wasn't accelerated for the last game, Taki is like giga accelerated, bro. He's 5-0 and he's ahead. But oh my goodness, is he just dead?
Yeah, I love that combo coming out of the LeBlanc, but now you are stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Maddie, though, very, very strong. Great kill. Goes in for the double kill. You don't even need the extra passive from SkyTech. It is their jungle to play with. SLU in full control of the spot lane.
They are almost 5 gold ahead. Oh, no, not 5 gold ahead. That'd be kind of easy. 5K gold ahead right now. In the first 7 minutes. Oh, maybe even right now. Oh, no. Okay, he gets away.
Yeah, Bellows is okay for right now, though. But burning the flashes over and over again like that is ridiculous, right? That was off a cooldown, I'm pretty sure. Bello was like, crap, I just got it, and now it's lost. Having to pick up the early Lucidity boots might help for a fraction, but the idea is still there. This is full on control from Slu, giving nothing over, and all other gambles are paying dividends.
Yeah, the most surprising part is that they didn't even get drag off of it. They had so much room, and they said, oh, okay, dragon, maybe not. So no, it gives Oakland the opportunity to maybe even start that dragon, but they're going to even be able to just quickly get them off. Like, we know what you're doing. We know you want to get back in the game, but maybe hold off for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is it feels like SLU don't even have to worry about it, right? Because of the fact that they know a single player, a single LeBlanc, is able to deter a dragon take. You can take it at your leisure, right? You don't have to take it right away. And because of that, you're okay dancing it. You're okay baiting out maybe 1 or 2 extra kills. You're okay baiting out maybe a dance from Coach Jad. So there's so many different things that you can do with this information. And at this point, it is just Slu continuously being in control on the spot side. Bello and Quick Slice took 4 spears and are almost dead already. In comes Coach Jad. That'll be the encore being thrown, but you get pretty much nothing. Level 4 Bello doesn't have the revive. The chrono shift is nothing as Coach Jad falls as well. This is how Beautiful Mind became an absolute menace on the bot lane. 7-0 is that score. Red Yoshi came in for a little bit of value, but the Shadows will not eat tonight. It is going to be Red Yoshi stuck under tower, and Maddie is saying hello. This, Red Yoshi, is your fate. No ulti, no reset, no summoner spells, all dead. There it is. Fate's call to keep SkyTech alive. First tower dropping at 10 minutes.
Bro, he is legendary. At 10 minutes, he is legendary, bro. That is an 8-0 Callista. I am scared for my life if I am Oakland right now. Because that means he's going to have like an item and a half right now. He's going to probably get shield bow, and honestly, well, it's going to be trophy by Dark. I'm going to assume maybe like an early BF, if anything. I don't know how much gold he actually has. Yeah, wait for it. Yeah, shield bow, and then probably a BF. Oh, actually, it's going to go straight to the Rage Blade, actually. Maybe not. He sold it back. Okay, he's still going to go into Rage Blade. Oh, no, I don't think that's the build path, actually.
No.
Is it going to be Phantom Dancer, maybe? Just to kind of subside any dive that happens, maybe? I don't know.
So if this is going to be the Zeal build into the Phantom Dancer, that actually yields some very interesting results, right? Because Callista is not known as a crit champion, right? And that would be the main reason you build into that. Granted, you can still build a little bit differently, but we are going to see here Skytech sending out a little bit of a hostile takeover, but it's only going to delay for a bit, trying to give Maddie some time to space in. But a good flee coming out from Yoshi keeps them all alive, and it is going to be Zek going right back in, and it's a re-engage coming out from the side of Oakland. They're able to trade it back. Now it's a 1-4-2. Dromp is going to fall as well, and again, they fall into the pits here of this Crux. Oakland get a somewhat okay team fight.
Yeah, really good from Oakland there, actually. Kind of just realizing, okay, our bot side, we can't stay down there anymore. It's like, if we just stay down there, we're just going to get probably collapsed on easily. We can't really, like, risk any more time to kind of being down there. So we're going to have them move up to this top side, try to see if we can get this Herald, if not to kind of just fight for it a little bit, try to see if we can get any gold from it. So just kind of being down there for a little bit. Which they got stuff out of it. It was really good. Kind of subsided that lead from, sadly, to a 7,000 gold lead to a 6,000 gold lead. But hey, anything else, especially this right now.
Yeah, this is going to be happening again in Skytech. This is, you know, it's the second time that Skytech has been caught out kind of wandering around dropping wards. The difference is this time, it is going to yield a much different result. For the death of Skytech, you are going to be able to pick up 2 kills for Slew, and you're going to happily transfer over into that Rift Herald.
Yeah, I don't think I necessarily agree with what Jad did there. You saw Jad try to get the kill more than anything, but he actually did give up a flash for it, and now he's not even able to try to contest this Herald right now, which is kind of what they need to even get back in this game. But now, oh, is that going to try to get caught out here? I don't think it's going to get killed, though.
Nah, it's a little poke. Beautiful Mind, as strong as they are, it is a Blade of the Rune King Zek. And there is the slight chance that you get one shot by a Renekton.
Yeah.
At the moment, though, I think Zek is more scared of Beautiful Mind, so that's really what's keeping him away.
Also, a huge thing to note here, Beautiful Mind went for the Runins. Definitely forgot that was an item for some reason. Forgot that's a kind of like a staple Kalista item. At least at some point in time. I remember it being a huge staple. I haven't seen that much Kalista recently. But yeah, kind of huge for him right now, because now he's going to be able to completely run fights down. Not going to be able to just say, hey, I'm going to go right up to the Renekton. He's not going to be a problem. No, he's not going to be sending spears literally everywhere, and now that run's going to be a huge issue.
Yep, it was a staple in the past, right? Getting all the spears down, and then you draw a single E, and it shatters everyone, right? Because it's on hit. It's a very fun little factor.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about it is, again, it doesn't bring as much as you would expect, so to draw it up is huge confidence in Beautiful Mind, saying, look, we know we don't actually need as much damage as you would expect. We just need the spears in people. So it's a nice call. Strompus, though, it's going to happen again. A little bit of an ult. That is the Glacial Prison keeping them all away. And it's enough to deter them. This is interesting to say the least. Oakland saying, hey, we don't have a chance here. Skytech taking up a little bit of the front line. Pillar comes out to stop Coach Jad. And Quick Slice is going to take a little bit of a slow pull. Dragon coming up here in just a few.
Yeah, mushroom actually froze, but it's fine. I don't even know if they're going to be able to get it, though.
This will be a chance. And again, it's a very large-scale fight. We'll see if they can, and if it does go their way, because if it does, that is an Ocean Dragon, right? This is going to be a very nice pickup for themselves. Gives a little bit of extra healing, but guess what? It doesn't matter. Hostile takeover after a flash brings the fight to their doorstep. Coach Chad gets nothing. The pause was rendering for this awesome, glorious death battle. It is going to go to Slew, 3-0, and Dragon. Zek on the run.
Yeah, Zek might actually just get killed here, but it seemed like that little situation was like, well, you might be wondering how it got in the situation.
Yeah.
Freeze frame. And it's like, well, this is what happened afterwards, and he's completely terrorizing the entire game right now. It's completely going over them. I think it's like, yeah, it's a 10k gold lead. What?
Welcome to the Big Gun Show.
It's literally like a 2 KP game, like 2 KP per minute game right now. It is 32 kills at 14 minutes.
It is ridiculous. And the fact of the matter is, as well, we have Mountain Dragon coming up. Not like we'll get the soul, it feels like, because of how in control this has been for the side of St. Louis. But it does yield the fact that if they are allowed to pick up these Mountain Dragons, Slew are going to be nigh unkillable, right? The whole crux of the gameplay is for Oakland to be able to burst out some opponents before they get fought on themselves. That Mountain Dragon is going to make that so much harder.
Yeah, just look at the gold disparity right now. You can see, like, everybody on Slew, like, okay, they're sitting pretty at, like, 2 items pretty much. You even see Doxa with the Medjais with 18 stacks. Gosh, that is scary to look at. But then like you see their bot side doesn't even have like Mythic yet. Even Vex doesn't even have a Mythic yet. I mean, like the Zillion has Imperial Mandate, which that's Mandate, but still, what else can you get from that? Is that kind of getting caught on tower here though? I don't think it's going to result to anything. And let's see, the Herald popped mid. I think that's going to actually break the tower as well.
Yeah, it's just going to be real nice to help out. Beautiful Mind will go ahead and close out that tower. And from there, you are happily going to start rotating in and out of the other lanes, right? That is 3 outer towers. You have not given up a single structure as of yet and a single global objective. And Doxa is pushing the bot side. So at this point, we are seeing a change of pace here. It is going to be a hard engage here. Jad goes in, but guess who's off in the wings? Red Yoshi is getting collapsed on by Beautiful Mind and Sky Tech in the river. It is death all around as Zek is cut to pieces. Bello falls right afterwards, and Quick Slice flashes directly into the subjugation force. It is an ace. At 16.5 minutes, St. Louis University say we are the true champions of that battle.
I feel like at this point they could just ARAM it, dude, and they should probably just
Yeah.
end. Like I don't like calling games early, but that's a 14k gold lead. That's a lot of money. That is literally like a whole build difference.
There is a term that I love to use in situations like this, which is called slapping them with your wallet, right? Like that is a true term, and it feels like it, right? That fight, while we just watched Jad die, was interesting. It was a good call if that was Trundle completely alone, right? You go ahead, speed up, get the enemy jungler, and back away. And in a 3v2 situation of normal proportions, that could have been a 3-2 fight. The problem is it's a very tanky Maddie, it's a very tanky Strumpus, and you have no damage on your side, right? It's quite literally slapping them with your wallet. Doxa's about to do it again, gets a little bit of damage down, not fully going to be able to spell rotate just yet, but a final distortion takes it home.
Yeah, I feel like Oakland is acting out of sheer desperation at this point. Red Yoshi's just dead. You can't even get away from this, dude. You're just dead at this point. Oh, but the triple spear gonna try to save you, but yeah, Doxa was right behind you. Oh no, that was his clone actually, because Chad got the shutdown, thankfully. So at least he gets some gold in their pocket for that, and it's a huge shutdown as well. Well, not even a huge shutdown. It's something that's only 500. Yeah, it's not as much as Maddie's right now, which is
it's not a huge shutdown. It's just 500 extra gold into your pocket. Like, yeah, that's not big at all.
But like 500 extra gold in comparison to this much of a lead. Of course, they don't know the lead. Okay, nice from Coach Jad. Actually, just asked me to take the execute. Definitely smart for him to do that instead of just kind of like wait out a back timer and seeing Maddie just roam this map right now. Literally, that's the only thing that he's doing, and he's fighting so much off of it. Stromp is gonna just die here.
Yeah, this is the one kind of nice factor, at least for Strumpus, has been able to, or not for Strumpus, right? This has been a little bit of a rough time. The single issue with the Sejuani top lane is, again, you're not usually running flash, so if you're able to double up on the Sejuani, you do get the kill. Nice little pick there. Down went Doxa earlier as well, so it is in their favor. It is Oakland still trying to grab something on the map. But guess what? It is going to be the cleanse coming out. Red Yoshi, you are red dead. And SkyTech says thank you very much for that assist. It is going to be Slew just pushing on mid lane. As you called it, Matt, just trying to ARAM it.
Bro, he is red dead and there is no redemption for him at this point. Oh my goodness. Literally, like, I don't even know what to say at this point. This is kind of just a blowout. It kind of feels bad for Oakland because they're kind of just acting out of sheer desperation at this point. They're like, okay, we just got to get as much, like, just get picks. We need gold at this point. We have our AP. He is sitting at a Leandros. Only that. That's it. And meanwhile, their AD is at 3 items and pretty much 4 at this point. We need anything. But
it's a good way to see it. But guess what? You're so mean at this point. Single rotation, down goes Quick Slice, and just in time for this third Drake.
I think this classifies as bullying, bro.
Yeah, this is World Star. World Star at the bottom right now.
World Star, bro. Oh my god.
Oh man. This is gonna be a steal attempt though. Is Coach Jad able to do it?
No, he's just dead.
Not even close. Not even close.
You gotta commend him at least. Like anything's gonna back game.
Yeah. A for effort is what we like to say. A for effort here. Zek understands that this is a very dangerous spot for him to be in. Doxa coming around the side here, getting bullied, getting jumped on here. Chains galore into the final distortion. It is cleanup duty here. As Baron is started at the 20-minute mark, they're going for it. Slew are just trying to close out the game at a quick and efficient manner.
That is 46 kills in 20 minutes. Oh, and even more, actually, apparently.
Oh, man, this is going to be a little bit of pain, though, because this is, this is a problem that... Oh, beautiful mind! Are you kidding me? The revive came out just in time! That is some high tech. This is some tech and a half. The save going in with the Fate's Call and then the kill with Beautiful Mind. Fellow, you're gonna fall. They keep everyone alive and Slew carry themselves into the base.
Yeah, that's just gonna be game at this point. They have Baron, they have 2 waves. They're gonna be pushing it through the top and mid, having so many minis to push through this base. And with Baron, they're not even able to push this wave out. I think you just gotta hope that the turrets do their duty, but even then they have Herald for some reason. Where did he get that from, bro? He put it out of his head like a magician, bro. What?
It was taken right before Baron spawned, and we'll have a dancing Shelly maybe. Let Shelly dance. It's the only right thing to do. It is going to be a collusion of kills within the base. It is slaughter on both ends. Look at Beautiful Mind just rending through everyone here. 3 spheres, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and Rend. 1 more to go. Rend again. It is a triple. And Red Yoshi is down for the count. It is 42 and stacking in ace position for this squad. A well-earned and well-fought 2-0.
Bucks had to fill out his pockets for a second. Even back for the Zonians had to come back and say, I gotta say golden for this one, you know. But yeah, wow, what a game. Wow. Definitely a huge switch up from the first game, I will say. Definitely saw the first game kind of ping-ponging. Like I said, just you get the wave, I get the Baron, you know? But this time, he took, like, Slew, if they were a person, they took the pedal from Oakland and said, you can't play anymore. It's mine. And they just completely smacked them across the face with the paddle.
It was a powerful statement. And again, this is why